Hey y'all, good morning. I am not broadcasting this as I want to be before I hit live, but sometimes you just gotta roll with it. So I am gonna do this live video from two perspectives. Actually, I'm just gonna do it twice, whatever. Um, there is a version of you. I had this download come through, and this morning I've been doing all the things because I finally feel back in my body and calm and peace, and that feels so freaking good. But I had this download come in when I was coming inside. I was helping Nick pull up this wagon full of grass. We've been working on our landscape, and this download came through, and it was the version of you that wants to play big, bold, and brave, that wants to go after everything she wants, is ready to come out. And now is your chance, now's your opportunity to let her. So how can you, in this beautiful Monday that it is, peel back the onion, peel back the layers, and allow her to come out? So what does that look like? So there's a version of you, the way that I see it, the way that I know to be true, is there's a version of you who's sitting here currently watching this video. And then there's a version of you, there's a million versions of you, by the way, because time is irrelevant and there's all these different timelines, but there's a version of you that has the very thing she wants, the very thing you're calling in to manifest: the dream relationship, the dream job, the dream clients, the dream money in your bank account, all those things that you're fantasizing about that you want. You have all those things. So that woman who has that very next thing, the you that has that very next thing that you're calling in, she wants to come out and play. She's tired of playing small. She's tired of holding back. She's tired of putting in the box that you've put her in. She's tired of biting your tongue every time you want to say something. And so today, this is an activation that's filled with so many light and love codes for you to activate, to really come out in yourself. So come out as the woman who has the very next thing that you're calling in to manifest, that has that dream job, that dream relationship, those dream clients, the dream money, whatever it is. She wants to come out today. So how can you allow her to come out? What does that look like for you? Does it mean you wear a hot pair of shoes that you haven't worn in forever? Does it mean you actually say the thing that you want to say today when you're at the meeting at work? Does it mean that you actually have the freaking ice cream on as you drive by today? You're I'm gonna treat myself for that. What does it mean? Does it mean you actually make the bold move and you make an investment that you've been afraid to make in yourself? Does it mean you have the hard conversation with somebody where you're yeah, this isn't gonna work for me. I'm not available for this. You have to treat me this way or else. Or what does it mean? Or does it mean you had a friendship, you had a relationship that doesn't serve you, you had a job that doesn't serve you? What is it? Because this is filled with so much activation here to do the thing that you're holding back from doing. The number one thing I'm going to tell you about a client that I see women doing is number one, we don't trust ourselves. We're not confident in ourselves, meaning the thing we think we want, we're too afraid to want it because we don't think we can have it, right? This is such a mental mind game, which means we don't trust ourselves, right? The thing that we want, we're we can't have that, so we're not even going to do anything about it. And then two, if we do actually get over number one and we think we can have it, two, we're too afraid to actually do anything about it. We're too afraid to take the action towards it because we think, oh, action isn't a good thing. And I'm too afraid to do the very thing that might bring me what I want, or I'm too afraid to do the thing, to do one little action step to allow the universe to then co-conspire on my behalf, right? Manifestation 101. You can't sit on the couch all day in meditation and expect the very thing you want to fall in your lap. It doesn't work like that, actually. You have to go out and take massive action. So I had this client, and she had these, well, let's just call it what it is because she's told me that I can. She had this really massive desire that she wanted to serve her clients in a massive way. She wanted to have all these clients, create all this impact, yet she had no traction. She had no clients, and she kept feeling stuck in this perpetual cycle of I'm not enough, I don't get what I want. And she kept creating all this evidence of she wouldn't get what she wanted. And so I'm okay, let's step out of this perpetual cycle and let's see you in a different light. Let's see you as the woman who has the clients, who has the impact, who has the transformations within her client, who has the relationships with her client. What would she be doing? How would she be acting? And let's also get down to her core beliefs. What are her core beliefs? Well, the woman who has the impact, the clients, all that, her core belief is that she shows up in her magic and her mission, and that the clients just fall into her lap, right? They fill up her DMs, they reach out to her in emails, they listen to her podcasts, all these things. And we started working with this core belief. We started integrating it in her body. We started doing a bunch of energy work. We started doing some RRT practices, some breath work, all the things to create a safety in her body that it was safe for her to be fully seen. That's another thing. It's hard to show up when you're afraid of what people think, right? You're afraid of being fully seen. So we did all this work on her, and she started showing up as the woman who has all this impact, all the clients, has the money in the bank account, has the transformations, actually believes when she shows up in her magic, people are just going to flock to her. And guess what started happening? Because she started taking that action, she had those beliefs, that started happening. And so now she's she's an incredible client of mine who has all this massive success in her clients and her coaching business because we worked on those two things. Two big things, I want to say, but really two little and big things, depending on how you're choosing to see it. But so the message for you is the thing that you want, it wants you back, right? So can you today allow yourself to show up fully as a woman who already has the vision, who has the vision of what you want, but she's living it? What does that mean for you? I gave you a bunch of examples. Go out and frickin' do that, okay? And then come back on this video or send me a DM and tell me what you did and tell me the magic that you felt from it. Action, action, action. I love you. Go do it.